Have you ever had a moment when everything around you paused, and something inside whispered, "Look again"? Maybe it was a feather drifting down in the middle of a quiet walk. Or perhaps the clock struck 11:11 just as you were thinking about someone you haven't spoken to in years. These small, unexpected moments are not random. They are divine echoes, soft nudges from the angels, gently asking you to pay attention. What if I told you that the very sign you dismissed yesterday was actually the signal you've been waiting for all along? What if the delays, the strange dreams, the overwhelming emotions, what if all of it is part of a grander design, carefully orchestrated not to confuse you, but to awaken you? You see, many people live their entire lives brushing off subtle signs. They call it coincidence, random chance, or just their imagination. But deep down, their soul knows better. And if you're watching this right now, it's not by accident. No moment is ever truly random when you're being watched over. There's a stirring happening in the spiritual realm, a divine alignment, and it's reaching out to you. Can you feel it? That sense that something is shifting beneath the surface of your daily routine? That maybe, just maybe, the struggle you've been carrying has been preparing you for something sacred? Think about your recent days. Have you been more emotionally sensitive? Has your sleep been interrupted by vivid dreams? Have animals, songs, or strangers said or done things that strangely resonated with your inner world? There's a reason. Your angels are trying to reach you, and they're doing it in the most unexpected of ways. You may be feeling unsure. There may be days when you think you're imagining things, and then suddenly, boom, a phrase repeats itself in a song, or you hear a stranger speak a sentence that mirrors your private thoughts. These are not accidents. They're confirmations. Sometimes, the universe doesn't shout. It whispers, and only those who are paying attention will hear it. In this message, we'll be exploring what these signs really mean. We'll uncover how to recognize them, how to interpret their timing, and most importantly, what to do once you realize that your angels are speaking directly to you. So take a deep breath. Ground yourself, because the message you've been waiting for might already be here, and it's more beautiful, more personal, and more divine than you ever imagined. This is not just a video. This is a calling. Since the beginning of time, humanity has felt a deep connection to forces beyond the visible. The stars, the wind, the unexpected silence in a noisy world, all have been interpreted as messages. And long before we had language to name these experiences, our ancestors felt them. They watched the skies for signs. They listened to the earth for direction. They believed, wholeheartedly, that the universe speaks, and not only speaks, but speaks personally. Across every culture, you'll find traces of this truth. Ancient Egyptians read omens in the movements of the sun and moon. They believed that divine beings guided the fate of every soul. The Greeks turned to oracles and dreams to interpret messages from the gods. In many indigenous cultures, the appearance of certain animals, or the change in weather, was not just natural, it was sacred. Why do you think these beliefs endured across centuries? Because deep within the human spirit is an understanding that we are not alone. The universe has always whispered truths to those who listen. And today, even in our hyperdigital world, those whispers haven't stopped. They've just changed form. Now, instead of prophecies etched in stone, you receive alerts in subtler ways. A song that plays on repeat, a number that appears everywhere, a feeling you can't shake. The signs are different, but the message is the same. Pay attention. Something is happening. Let me tell you a story. A woman once shared that for weeks she kept seeing butterflies everywhere, on walls, in dreams, on clothing, and even a live one that landed on her shoulder while she cried in her garden. She had no idea why. But soon after, she experienced a spiritual breakthrough. one that gave her peace after years of emotional suffering. Later, she learned that butterflies symbolized transformation and the soul's journey. That sign wasn't random. It was divine preparation. Another man recounted seeing the number 111 every time he looked at the clock. He felt silly at first for noticing. But then, he received unexpected news that would force him to step into a brand new chapter of his life. The number 111? It often symbolizes new beginnings and alignment. His angels had been getting him ready. Is it coincidence that these things happen just before a major life shift? Or is it something more? Today, people from all walks of life are reporting this same pattern: heightened awareness, increased emotional sensitivity, and a strange pull toward deeper meaning. They can't explain it logically, but their spirit knows. Their soul recognizes the signs. Have you felt it too? Perhaps you've sensed changes in your energy. One day, you're peaceful. The next, you're overwhelmed by thoughts that don't even feel like your own. Maybe you're dreaming more vividly, or people from your past are suddenly reaching out after years of silence. You may be wondering, why now? Because the spiritual realm is becoming louder. The veil between this world and the divine is thinner than ever, and your angels are stepping forward to remind you that your path has purpose, even if you can't see it yet. They're not just sending signs for fun. Every message, every nudge, every strange encounter is meant to prepare you, to strengthen you, to wake you up. You are not drifting aimlessly through life. You are being guided. But here's the key: that guidance only works if you recognize it. It only activates when you become aware. That's why history matters. That's why knowing how our ancestors listened helps us tune in. They trusted their feelings. They honored their intuition. They believed that the sky, the wind, the animals, even silence, had something to say. And maybe it's time we remember that too. Maybe it's time we reclaim that sacred dialogue with the universe. Because once you do, you'll begin to see just how personal this guidance really is. The signs aren't general. They're tailored for you. Your angels know what will get your attention. And they're using it now. This moment, right here, right now, could be the turning point where everything begins to make sense. Now that your heart is open and your awareness is rising, let's talk about the signs themselves. Because these messages from the angels aren't always loud or obvious. They're gentle, symbolic, and deeply meaningful. And unless you pause and reflect, you might miss them. So, what exactly are the signs your angels are using to speak to you? Let's start with numbers, one of the most common languages of the spiritual realm. If you keep seeing repeating numbers like 111, 222, 333, or even sequences like 1212 or 1010, understand this: these are not accidents. These are divine codes, spiritual nudges designed to get your attention. A 111 is often a sign of alignment. It means your thoughts are powerful and manifesting quickly. A 222 signals balance, harmony, and trust that what you're working on is coming together. A 333 points to divine protection and the presence of ascended masters nearby. 444 is a message that you are surrounded by angels at this very moment. 555 indicates change. Big, often sudden, but necessary. Have you seen any of these recently? If so, pause and ask yourself, what was I thinking in that moment? What was I feeling? Because often, these numbers arrive in direct response to your inner world. Then there's feathers. White feathers, especially, are a classic sign that an angel is near. If you've ever found one in an unexpected place, your car seat, your path while walking, or inside your home, it could be heaven's way of saying, "We are with you." Or perhaps you've encountered coins in strange places, pennies or dimes that appear again and again. These are often reminders from past loved ones or guardian spirits that you're supported. Next, we move into the realm of dreams. These are perhaps the most underappreciated spiritual channels. When you dream of someone who has passed on, or of scenarios that feel too vivid to forget, pay attention. Your angels and spirit guides often speak to you through symbols in your dreams, because that's when your mind is quiet enough to receive the deeper truth. What did you dream about last night? Does it still linger with you? That might not be a coincidence. Animals are another major channel. If a particular animal keeps appearing in your life, a bird, a cat, a butterfly, it may carry a message. For example, owls represent wisdom and truth. Their appearance may suggest something hidden is about to be revealed. Cardinals often symbolize visits from departed loved ones. Butterflies point to transformation, rebirth, and soul evolution. Sometimes, the universe uses the simplest signs to convey the deepest truths. A sudden breeze, a flickering light, a particular song on the radio that speaks directly to what you're going through. And speaking of music, that's a powerful tool your angels love to use. Have you ever turned on the radio and the exact song you needed to hear was playing? Or lyrics jumped out at you and brought tears to your eyes? That's not random. That's a divine alignment. You see, angels don't operate in chaos. They operate in precision. Every detail is intentional. But what happens if you ignore the signs? Well, they don't stop. In fact, they get louder. If you miss the whispers, you may start to feel overwhelmed, anxious, or even physically tired. That's your soul trying to get your attention. That's your spirit saying, please listen. When signs begin stacking, when you keep seeing 444, then you dream about your grandmother, then a butterfly lands on your window. It's not time to dismiss them. It's time to inquire. Ask, what is the message behind all this? What am I being asked to prepare for? Because here's the truth. You are never given a sign without purpose. Every symbol, every nudge, every repeated pattern carries a divine instruction. Sometimes the sign is telling you to slow down. Sometimes it's a green light to leap into something new. Other times, it's a warning. But more often than not, it's a confirmation that you are not lost, even when you feel uncertain. Your angels want you to know that you are divinely guided, even when it's hard, even when it's silent, even when you're crying alone at night. Especially then. And here's a beautiful secret. The more you acknowledge these signs, the more you'll begin to receive them. It's like tuning into a frequency. The clearer your reception, the louder their love becomes. You don't have to be spiritually perfect to receive these messages. You just have to be present, open-hearted, willing. And once you are, even the smallest things will start to speak volumes. Because when the angels decide to show you something, they won't stop until you understand it fully. They've chosen this moment. They've chosen you. Now that you're beginning to recognize the signs, the question is, are you emotionally and spiritually prepared for what the angels are about to reveal to you? Because, beloved, this isn't just about noticing signs. This is about allowing those signs to shift something within you. Your angels are not just pointing to an event. They're preparing your heart for a transformation. They're guiding you through a season of healing, release, and spiritual readiness. They know your soul has been heavy. They've watched you cry in silence, putting on a brave face while your heart aches. And still, you keep going. But now, something new is on the horizon, and they need you to be ready, not with fear, but with faith. Have you ever noticed how every time something good is about to happen, resistance shows up? You feel tired. You doubt yourself. You question everything. That's not failure, dear soul. That's your heart preparing to stretch. The angels say, do not mistake discomfort for danger. Growth rarely feels cozy. In fact, it can feel chaotic. That's why they're sending you comfort, through signs, through dreams, through moments of unexpected peace. You might even start to notice that certain people fall away from your life. Conversations dry up. Plans get cancelled. This isn't punishment. It's protection. The angels are creating space around you, so that what's meant for you has room to arrive. Spiritually, they want you to lighten your load. Not just physically, but energetically. What burdens are you still carrying from your past? Whose opinions are weighing down your wings? You were not created to shrink yourself to fit the comfort zones of others. You are not who you used to be. Your past served its purpose. But now, your angels are saying, release it. Let go of who hurt you. Let go of what didn't happen. Let go of the regret you keep replaying in your mind. Because as long as you hold on to the old, there's no room for the new. And the new is coming. Yes, the angels are bringing you into alignment with people who understand your spirit. They're shifting timelines, rewriting paths. They're creating divine detours to steer you into places where your soul will thrive, not just survive. But to get there, you must surrender. And that's hard, isn't it? We want to control. We want answers, timelines, and guarantees. But the divine works in mystery. They need you to trust the invisible before it becomes visible. So take a deep breath. Center yourself. And ask, what parts of me are resisting this change? What am I afraid will happen if I fully trust? Because the fear you feel, it's not a sign to stop. It's a sign that you're standing at the edge of breakthrough. You don't have to force anything. The right moments, the right conversations, the right opportunities, they're already on their way. But you do have to be open. You do have to make space inside your spirit for joy, for hope, for miracles. So how do you prepare spiritually? Start small. Light a candle with intention. Write a letter to your angels. Go for a quiet walk and speak to the sky like it's listening, because it is. Practice stillness. Not everything needs to be solved in a moment. Some truths unfold like petals over time. The angels aren't in a rush, and neither should you be. They are teaching you to trust the timing. They are preparing your heart not just for one answer, but for a life that feels deeply guided, fully supported, and soulfully aligned. And above all, they are helping you remember who you truly are. Not the version of you molded by pain. Not the one taught to settle, but the divine being who was born for this moment. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are becoming. And your angels, they see your progress even when you don't. They're proud of how far you've come. They're whispering, don't give up now. Don't turn away just before it all comes together. Let this be your preparation. Let this be your soft return to faith, because something sacred is coming, and your soul can already feel it, can't it? Can you feel it? That quiet stirring in your spirit, that unshakable sense that something is about to happen? Yes, beloved, you're not imagining it. That's the divine realm preparing to reveal something big, and your angels are at the center of it. They've been watching closely, observing how you've handled situations others couldn't bear. Not once, not twice, but consistently, even when no one noticed. And now, they've reached a decision about you, about your future, about what's coming next in this divine unfolding. And let me tell you, It's not small. This Saturday marks a spiritual checkpoint, a divine moment of convergence where prayers, patience, and promises meet. It's as if the heavens have aligned in such a way that something you thought was impossible will suddenly feel within reach. But why Saturday? Because the angels say, this specific time has been chosen as a holy marker, a spiritual turning point. The energy surrounding it holds a divine clarity, a sacred power, a key to unlock what's been delayed. This decision isn't being made lightly. The angels are weighing everything, not based on judgment, but on truth. The truth of your intentions, the truth of your heart, the truth of how you've kept your soul open, even when it would have been easier to shut down. Some people have mistaken your gentleness for weakness, but your angels know better. They see your resilience. They see how you carry love even in the face of betrayal, how you offer forgiveness when others offer silence, how you believe, still, when nothing around you gives you a reason to. And that's why the decision is being made in your favor. You've passed invisible tests. You've grown through spiritual fire. And now, the heavens are declaring, it's time. Time for what, you ask? Time for doors to open that no man can shut. Time for divine connections to manifest, those who speak your soul's language, not just your mind's logic. Time for restoration in areas where you thought you had lost too much to recover. Time for an opportunity, possibly one tied to something you once dreamed of but gave up on. The angels haven't forgotten. What's coming now may resemble that old dream, but it will feel evolved, richer, heaven-blessed. You may also experience a moment of sudden clarity. A truth may be revealed about someone you once trusted, or about something you couldn't understand before. Don't resist it. This revelation is coming not to harm you, but to free you. Remember this. Revelation is a form of divine mercy. When God reveals something, He's not trying to ruin your peace. He's restoring your alignment. What's hidden can't be healed. What's exposed can finally be surrendered to the light. So if someone shows their true colors, believe them. If a truth comes to the surface, receive it. Not with fear, but with grace. Because everything that's being revealed right now is connected to your next level. You're not being punished. You're being positioned. And when the angels make a decision about your path, it doesn't matter who tried to stop you. Divine timing overrides all earthly resistance. So as Saturday draws near, prepare yourself. Not with worry, but with worship. Not with panic, but with peace. Align your actions with trust. Let your spirit declare, I am ready. I am open. I receive. You may feel butterflies in your stomach. You may feel a strange mix of nerves and anticipation. That's okay. That's your soul tuning in to something sacred. The angels are whispering, watch closely. Stay grounded. Your name is being spoken in rooms you've never entered. Your spirit is being prepared for a shift no one saw coming. The decision is made, and it's about to manifest in ways that surprise even you. Are you listening? Because heaven has spoken, and what's next will not only bless you, it will vindicate you. This is not just any Saturday. It's not just another flip of the calendar. This Saturday is wrapped in prophecy, saturated in grace, lined with angelic orchestration. Why? Because divine timing is never random. It may appear sudden to you, but in the heavenly realms, it's been in motion long before you even thought to pray. You see, the angels operate on a different clock, one not based on the ticking of seconds, but on the alignment of souls, seasons, and sacred assignments. This Saturday has been marked for intervention, marked for breakthrough, marked as a day when your name will be lifted into the light. Let me tell you what's happening behind the veil. There are angels being dispatched, specifically for you. They are moving swiftly, passing through spiritual barriers, dismantling blockages, and guiding unseen forces into your alignment. You may not see them, but you will feel the shift. Suddenly, the things that didn't make sense begin to come together. Situations you thought were closed for good may resurface, but this time with divine clarity and favor. But here's the part that makes this moment so extraordinary. Your heart has already opened the portal. Because of your quiet obedience, because you didn't harden your soul when you could have, the angelic realm sees you as ready. And readiness isn't about perfection. It's about willingness. Willingness to surrender, to grow, to believe again even after the storm. You've been faithful over little, so now the heavens are preparing you for more. This Saturday may bring an unexpected message, a dream, a vision, a sudden change of plans that leads you straight into a divine encounter. It could look ordinary on the outside, a phone call, a visit, a shift in someone's behavior, but spiritually it's loaded. Loaded with revelation, with breakthrough, with decisions that have already been made in the supernatural, waiting to manifest in the natural. The angels want you to expect the unexpected. Let go of control. Release the how. Because this moment won't arrive through logic. It will come through grace. And not just any grace. Tailored grace. Grace that fits your scars. Grace that acknowledges your tears. Grace that rewards your unseen sacrifices. The divine isn't interested in a surface-level blessing for you. No, beloved. This is deep. This is personal. There's something about the pain you endured that stirred heaven's attention. Your quiet cries didn't echo in emptiness. They reached the throne. And now, the response is in motion. Let me tell you this. Somebody is being stirred about you. Someone who once overlooked you is now being nudged, gently but persistently, by the divine. Whether it's for love, opportunity, apology, or recognition. This person is beginning to realize what the angels already knew. They're starting to see you, the real you. And this revelation in their spirit is not by accident. It's being spiritually engineered. Don't be surprised if this Saturday opens a door that was shut for years. Don't be surprised if someone who was distant suddenly reaches out, not for games, but with truth. Don't be surprised if a new opportunity arrives that seems too good to be true. It isn't. It's divine timing catching up with your readiness. But here's the instruction. Don't rush it. Let the angelic realm complete its work. Trust the pace. Let every step unfold as it's meant to. If something pauses, it's not denial, it's precision. If something accelerates, it's not chaos, it's orchestration. This Saturday, slow down. Listen. Watch. Pay attention to the nudges. You may be guided to a specific place, time, or conversation. Follow that guidance, even if it doesn't make sense, because you are being divinely positioned to receive something significant. And not just something, it's someone too. There is a soul connection, a divine presence, a person of purpose who is now being drawn toward you. You're not chasing anymore. This time, they're being led toward you. And when they arrive, you'll recognize the alignment. You'll feel peace, not confusion. Stillness, not chaos. Assurance, not anxiety. Because what God is sending your way is not based on desperation, it's based on destiny. This Saturday is not about wishing, it's about receiving. The angels are saying, get ready, not in fear, not in panic, but in peace. Your time is not coming, it's here. You see, the angels can prepare the path, but you must choose to walk it. This next part isn't about waiting. It's about aligning. Because manifestation isn't only about miracles, it's about movement. You may be wondering, what do I do now? How do I receive what's been prepared for me? The answer is simple, yet sacred. Stay in spiritual alignment. Spiritual alignment is not complicated. It's not about ritual or perfection. It's about posture. The posture of your heart. The openness of your soul. The quiet confidence that tells the universe, I believe I am ready for what heaven is sending my way. And guess what? Heaven responds to that frequency. When your spirit aligns with your promise, it begins to magnetize the very things that were always meant for you. But if you allow fear, bitterness, or doubt to cloud your frequency, you may delay the blessings trying to reach you. So the angels are asking, will you trust what you cannot see yet? Will you trust the tug in your heart more than the facts in front of your eyes? Because faith is your activator. The angels aren't just working around you, they're working through you. They've seen your dreams. They've read the blueprint written on your soul. They know what your heart truly longs for, and they are orchestrating everything to match that divine pattern. But here's what's important. In this final moment of transition, you must not let past pain become present poison. Don't let what hurt you yesterday keep you from what will heal you today. Yes, people may have disappointed you. Yes, doors may have slammed when you were finally starting to hope. But those were divine redirections, not punishments. The angels didn't let it break you. They let it build you. And now that you've been refined, strengthened, and awakened, your spirit is glowing. And that glow is what's drawing attention, not just in the spirit realm, but in the physical too. People are noticing you. Energies are shifting. Hearts are opening. Not because you changed who you are, but because you stayed true to your soul. You remained authentic in the face of adversity. And that, dear one, is power. Now, the final confirmation is this. That peace is the angelic confirmation that the manifestation is near. Peace is not absence of chaos. It's the presence of alignment. So when your heart begins to feel calm, when your mind quiets, when you begin to smile for no reason, when you start sensing beauty in the little things, that's the sign. That's how you'll know the delivery is en route. Don't wait for the email, the message, the knock. Feel it first. Feel it, and you'll start attracting it faster. The angels are speaking into your spirit. You've passed the test. You've endured the pressure. Now step into the blessing. But remember, when the door opens, walk through it boldly. Don't doubt if you're good enough. Don't question if you're ready. The angels wouldn't be sending this message unless you were chosen to receive it. So stand tall. Let go of fear. Release what isn't aligned. And most of all, expect goodness. Yes, you. Yes, now. Yes, even after everything that's happened. Because grace is not given to the perfect. It's given to the prepared. And your heart, your spirit, your energy, they are prepared. There is someone right now being moved toward you. Someone who carries a key, a message, a purpose, a love. And they are beginning to feel the same pull that you've been sensing. Their soul is being whispered to, and that whisper is repeating your name. When you meet, whether this Saturday or soon after, there will be no confusion. The divine doesn't send confusion. Only clarity. Only peace. Only what reflects the love of the one who created you. And as you step into this new chapter, do so with the knowing that the angels walk beside you. Every step, every breath, every moment, you are not alone. They are surrounding you in this final hour, declaring, It is time. Beloved one, as this divine message comes to its close, I want you to sit in stillness for just a moment and take a deep breath. Do you feel that? That gentle warmth in your chest? That whisper in your soul that says, "Something beautiful is near"? That's us, the angels, hovering near your spirit, holding space for what's about to unfold. You are standing on sacred ground now. This is no ordinary moment. It's the threshold between what was and what will be. The old story, the one filled with waiting, pain, uncertainty, is ending. The page is turning. A new chapter, blessed, bright, breathtaking, is about to begin. But listen closely, because this is the part we want your heart to never forget. You were never forgotten. You were never abandoned. You were never invisible. Even in the darkest nights, even when you felt unheard, unloved, unworthy, God was counting your tears. The angels were gathering your broken prayers and storing them in the vault of destiny. And now, one by one, those prayers are turning into answered promises. You are walking into a season of divine compensation. Not because you forced it, not because you chased it, but because you aligned with it. Your spirit has softened. Your heart has been cleansed by fire. You've learned to love without expectation, to believe without evidence, to hope without guarantees. And that, dear soul, is what makes you so radiant to the heavens. You are the kind of soul that miracles chase, because miracles love purity. They're drawn to surrender, and they bloom in faith. You may not have realized it, but your quiet endurance was a beacon in the spiritual world. And now, it's attracting what was always meant for you. People will wonder how it happened, how things suddenly turned in your favor, how you got lucky. But you'll know the truth. It wasn't luck. It was alignment. It wasn't random. It was promised. It wasn't sudden. It was sacred timing. So when it comes, when the message is delivered, when the person shows up, when the breakthrough occurs, don't be surprised. Be grateful. Be present. Be open. And remember, your job is not to control the outcome. Your job is to stay in the flow. Let the angels guide each step. Let your intuition speak louder than fear. Let peace be your compass. If it brings you peace, it's divine. If it stirs chaos, it's not aligned. Stay close to what feels warm, gentle, honest, and true, because God is in the quiet. The angels are in the stillness, and the blessing you've been praying for is arriving with a whisper, not a shout. So don't miss it by looking for the dramatic. Watch for the subtle. Watch for the sacred. It's already here, blooming slowly, beautifully, divinely. You don't need to strive. You just need to receive. You don't need to perform. You just need to trust. You don't need to prove anything to anyone. You already proved everything when you chose to keep going. And now heaven is rewarding your endurance. The people who doubted you, ignored you, underestimated you, will soon be stunned, because you didn't need to fight them. You just needed to stay faithful. And the truth always rises. Your truth is rising now. It's being carried by angelic winds, moving toward people, places, and moments that will recognize it, honor it, and embrace it. So walk forward, child of light. You are not the same person you were when you first began this journey. You are wiser now, softer, but stronger, quieter, but clearer, more trusting, and more ready. And we, the angels, are ready too. We will walk with you from this moment on, guiding, protecting, nudging, and reminding you, you are divine. You are chosen. You are enough. Keep your heart open. Keep your spirit high. Keep your hands ready to receive. The decision has been made. The shift is underway. The timing is now. And you, beloved, are about to be seen, celebrated, and surrounded by blessings like never before. Your Saturday will not be ordinary, because heaven doesn't send messages like this for just any day. Heaven speaks when destiny awakens, and your destiny is fully awake now. Get ready. It's happening. We love you. We're with you, and we will never leave you.